How's it going, everyone? My name is Bob's Toast, and welcome back to the franchise mode giveaway, Capitals Edition. So, last time I showed you guys some trades, and I also gave you your updates if you're in the contest. As you can see, our locker room chemistry did shoot up to 78, which isn't bad. And we have our first game here against the team that knocked us out and became Stanley Cup champions, so we get to watch them raise their banner. Was that their second banner? Because then they went in 2006? I believe so. So let's get started simming, and let's discuss the playoffs, shall we? So, who do I think are going to make the playoffs? Well, obviously, there's the obvious ones. You got the Penguins, you got the... Fuck off with that terrible... I mean, it's a decent trade, but Sutter's retiring this year, I guarantee it, and I'm not going to be stuck with that shit on my team. So we have the Capitals, Penguins, and the Blue Jackets, who have been the only teams to be confirmed who have clinched a playoff spot. So now let's take a look at the other teams. For the wild card for our division, right now it's the Rangers and the Islanders. I am fully convinced that the Rangers will, make the playoffs still. The big fight right now is between the Islanders, the Bruins, the Lightning, and actually Carolina. And if you want to get technical, Florida and Philly. I just don't see Philly and Florida pulling it off. They only have about 9 games left, and they'd have to win just about every one of them in order to even catch up with these guys. So, I mean, I just don't see that happening, So far, the team's not doing too hot, and not a big fan of this. So, in my opinion, the last spot in the Eastern Conference, I think it's gonna go to Boston. I think the Islanders are gonna slip up a little and start dropping a little. But yeah, I think it's gonna go to the Boston, even though they're collapsing at the moment. It's either gonna go to Boston or could even go to Carolina. Carolina has won a surprising amount of games. I mean, they've gotten like a point per game in their past 5 games at least, where they've won 4 out of the 5. So I mean, they've been doing pretty good as of late. Carolina could sneak in there. It'd be interesting to see what happened. All the fans' reaction is, where the fuck did Carolina come from? But yeah, I fully expect, I expect Toronto, if they keep up their pace, I should say, Toronto to stay in the playoffs. I think Toronto is going to make the playoffs. I think the Senators are going to make the playoffs if they keep up with how they're going, if they don't completely collapse. I believe the Canadiens will also make the playoffs. I'm pretty convinced the Rangers will. They're just in a very tough division. Tampa Bay Lightning, I don't know. I'm not seeing it happening. They won tonight against the Red Wings, but I mean, come on, that's against the Red Wings. So, people who I don't see in the Eastern Conference making the playoffs are definitely the Sabres, Red Wings, and the New Jersey Devils. You know what? If I want to just throw my hat in there, I'm going to say they have a chance, but it's a slim chance. I'm going to say Philly and the Panthers are out as well. They're done. I don't think they're going to make it. It would take a miracle, and I just don't see it happening, Next up, we have the Central and Pacific divisions. Obviously, the other team to clinch was Chicago. Big shocker there. I believe Minnesota will definitely make the playoffs. Let's see. Who else? I believe St. Louis is going to make the playoffs. I'm pretty sure the Sharks are going to make the playoffs as well. They've been a little meh lately. Like, they got their asses kicked tonight by the Stars, which was weird because the Stars have been awful all season. And it's kind of different for the Western Conference because the Flames and the Predators are doing pretty good, and the people on the outside are the Kings, the Jets, Dallas, Vancouver, Arizona, and Colorado, and I believe, I am almost certain Vancouver, Arizona, and Colorado have already been eliminated from even being able to make it. And as for Dallas, I'm going to say they're definitely not making it. And Winnipeg, they have about 8 games left, so they got 16 points. That would be 89 points. No, I just don't see them making it either, unless the other teams, like I said, collapse. But, you know, with the Predators, it's possible. I think the only one in the Western Conference outside of the wildcard spot that actually has a chance of making it, and that's if they don't collapse, which they have been as of late, are the Kings. Kings are sitting at 77 points. They have to get up to 85. They do have 9 games left. So they still have that chance, you know. But Quick and Bishop have been kind of meh this year. I can understand Quick's injured, but Bishop, who knows, you know, what's wrong with them. But yeah, I think if anyone will get kicked out for the Kings, I think it's going to be Nashville. Because Nashville has been like going on like little streaks where they're awful, terrible, but lately they've picked it up. Hopefully they can keep that pace going. Now I'm not going to make any playoff predictions right now because I don't want to really get into it because we don't know who's going to make the playoffs for sure. I mean, the Flames are literally 3 points away from being in a not wildcard spot. The Oilers and the Ducks are sitting at 89 points, and the Flames are sitting at 86. So, I mean, who knows what's going to happen. Personally, I think in the Western Division, while I say the Kings have a chance, I think it's going to stay this way. I think these teams are all going to make the playoffs. Now, like I said, I didn't want to predict what happens in the playoffs, but early playoff predictions, and it kills me to predict this. But I think a team that's never won the Stanley Cup is going to win one this year. Whether it be the Capitals, could possibly be the Blues, you know, they could come out of nowhere. They kind of came out of nowhere. Let's see, what's his face is heating up right now. Allen is really heating up right now. He started out really shitty, which is why the Blues are sitting in this position right now. But he's starting to heat up. You never know what happens around playoff time. He could go beast, like full ape shit mode again, like he did last year. He almost got the Blues to the finals. I mean, it's just the matter of Tarasenko and all their other forwards waking up during the playoffs, because that's what I noticed for them while I was watching their games, is that they didn't really play in the playoffs. So I'm gonna make a couple bold predictions right now about the playoffs. I think the Leafs are gonna make it past round 1. If they make the playoffs. I think there's going to be a huge upset in round 1. And let's see, I'm gonna make 3. So there's 2. And I think, oh, you know what? Technically, I've already made 3. So the Leafs, okay, so a team that's never won the Stanley Cup is going to win the Stanley Cup this year. There's 1 bold prediction. 2, the Leafs will make it to the second round at least. And 3, wait, what was my third? Shit, I lost it. Oh, and third, there's going to be a huge upset like there was last year in round 1. Like, one of the teams that people are saying are going to win in the playoffs are going to be eliminated. Hopefully it's not the Penguins. That'll make me really sad if they get eliminated first round. They've been doing so well this year. Injuries are just killing us at the moment. It's a good thing there's no shootouts in the playoffs, because we've been getting our asses kicked in the shootout. Murray's looking a little less confident than he did last year. But, yeah. as for one last prediction before we end this video off, I'm probably not going to do much discussing about other things in the next episode. I'll do some like random plugging for future series, maybe more Reddit plugging. But one last prediction for this year, and I'm going to say Penguins win the President's Trophy. You know, just a bold prediction that I'm going to throw out there. But I think the Penguins are going to win the President's Trophy. You know what? I'm going to go as far as to say, I'm going to go one more step, and I'm going to say, just because, you know, okay, this is my biased prediction. Are you ready for the biased prediction? I'm going to say the Blue Jackets are knocked out first round again by the Penguins if that matchup happens. Because the Blue Jackets just aren't used to a playoff atmosphere. Their team has been turned around like crazily. They're doing way better than they've ever done before. But I still think they're just going to be knocked out round one. I don't think they're ready to move on to further rounds. So yeah, there you go, guys. That is all of my predictions. And in the next episode, we're going to see if there's any trades that happened. They keep trying to trade me on these garbage players that are obviously going to retire. This year the Capitals haven't done too hot. I'm not too proud of that. Well, I shouldn't say we're like too bad right now, but it's definitely not good. Could be way better. I think we're like 32-21 and something. Yeah, 21-6. So yeah, hopefully we start. Okay, or we get our asses kicked constantly. Stop trying to trade me all these bullshit players. Alright guys, this is where I'm going to end the episode, so thanks for watching, comment, subscribe. Oh wait, no, what am I doing? We're going to see what happens at the trade deadline here real quick. We're going to sim a day pass. I don't really want to make any trades. I have no desire to make any trades. I made all my trades in the off-season already. Hurry up. Anisimov. I mean, we already have enough players. No, holy shit, I didn't realize how old Anisimov was. Okay, jumping past the day. Now let's see if any trades happen, and we are sitting at 84% locker room chemistry, which is pretty good. Yep, some trades definitely did happen here. Kyle Turris to Vancouver. Any of you guys went anywhere? I wonder. Simone Dupre to the Hawks. Wow, Kyle Turris got traded 2 times. Went to the Flyers and then off to the Canucks. Alright guys, so that is the end of the episode. Thanks for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe, tell me what you think of the video, and I'll see you again one day.